Alright, today we are going to take a look at the outside of the trailer. So let me get this camera flipped around and show you all the features. Okay, starting at the very front, we have the Gen Y fifth wheel hitch adapter. I didn't want to use up all my truck bed with a standard fifth wheel type hitch, so I had this bad boy put on. It's got a suspension in the front that takes up some of the road bumps, and it's a pretty beefy unit overall. Moving around up under the overhang, you can see the first couple storage compartments. In this long storage, in the long storage we have, well, place for long storage. We keep all of our chairs in here. This is also where the inverter lives for the solar system. That's a 3,000 watt inverter. And this is also where the hydraulic system lives for the 6-point hydraulic stabilizer system. That's pretty much it for that storage. Below that, on the left, this is where the generator would be if we had one. So it's got prepped for generator, it's got power coming in there, and it's got fuel lines coming in there. But we don't have a generator, so we use it for random storage. Next to that, we have another storage. This one is primarily where the batteries are for the unit. We have 3 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries. And this is also where I keep all of my blocks and Lego things to go under the stabilizers. Moving around this side, well, we can look at the sticker real quick. Here you can see that the cargo capacity of this trailer is 4,976 pounds. You can also see the gross vehicle weight on here, right here, 20,000 pounds max. I had this weighed when we got to our last destination, and we were sitting right around 19,000, so we're doing really good. All right, coming down, you have the control panel for the hydraulic leveling system. Use that every time we set up. Next to that, you can see the first of 2 propane bottles, 30-pound bottles. Inside here we have the control valve for that, where you switch from one bottle to the other. Okay. Next to that, we have the first compartment that leads to the pass-through storage. This also has the Nautilus in it for our water control. That's pretty standard nowadays on fifth wheel trailers. Right here you have an outdoor shower attachment. You've got a power outlet, 110. It's got a light. It's got a place to do the flush for the black tanks. It's got the freshwater inlet. And then using these different valves here, you can control where your water goes or where it comes from. This is also where you hook up cable or satellite TV. I think it's really odd that they put that on the water panel, but there it is. Next to that, you can see where I have installed our water filter system. I couldn't find a better place to hang it. A lot of times they're over there, but I don't have enough room for 2, so I put it on this side. So far it's pretty much out of the way. And you can see a little bit of the storage we have on this side. This is where I keep all my tools. And then that red bin is the poop chute accessories. And these lights right here on the left, there's one on this side and one on the far side. These are motion sensitive, so I can just leave them on all the time and they turn off when I'm not using them. Okay, that's that one. And there you've got the, this is the furnace outlet. Okay, coming along down here, you can look under real quick. We've got 2 of the valves. You can see those. Yep, black tank front, black tank and gray tank valves. And then if you look back a little bit further, you can see the main poop chute and the other set of valves. Okay, and there's one of the big hydraulic levelers. There's 6 of those. This is the big slide. It houses the couch and the fridge inside. This coach rides on 3 7,000-pound axles. And you can see if you look between these tires, we have the Cree 3000 more ride suspension equalizer system, which kind of ties all 3 axles together and allows them to move more smoothly over bumps. Okay, and then coming back farther, since this is a toy hauler, we have fuel tanks inside for gasoline, and this is the fuel pump so that you can refuel your ATV or whatever. I have never used it because I don't have that stuff. Here's where you fill them. You've got one tank forward that is for the generator if we had it, and then the other tank is for the pump I just showed. And then here you've got the fuel gauge for both. Okay. Right under there's a little outlet for the air compressor. Right here is where the 50 amp cord plugs. It's got a ladder that collapses on the side. That's always there. Okay. Coming around the very back, you can see the big ramp door. It is 8 feet tall. So when it's folded down, it makes an 8-foot wide patio. And I will show that in action when we do the inside. Okay, scoot around to the other side. All right, back onto the other side. Here we're on the door side, so you can see the big awnings that run all the way from the front to the back. You can also see right here, this panel I had to leave locked because it falls open. This is the actual compressor. It has a compressor right here, and then a tank, and then an outlet on this side for airing up tires and such. And then we move forward a little bit. You can see this is the rear door for the coach. This goes into the garage. We actually have furniture in front of that, so we don't use it, but it's also got some pull down steps here. Pretty typical. We don't use those either. And moving forward, you can see a standard, I think it's a Suburban hot water heater. I think it's 12 gallons, I think. There's the other, one of the other slides. This one has on the inside, it has the entertainment system in it. And on the outside, it has this big outdoor kind of entertainment thing with a TV there and speakers from the stereo on the inside. It's got a little fridge, which we use for drinks, and then a bunch of outdoor cooking stuff. Moving towards the main entrance, you've got a typical fold-out railing here, and you've got the solid steps by Lippert that are really nice for going in and out of the trailer. This side of the coach also has a spray port, so you can attach just like a spray thing to spray off your feet or whatever if you get sand. And then this is the other side of the pass-through storage. Over here I keep my big toolboxes. These are all stackable and they go on wheels. And you can see we've got our little rug rolled up. We didn't use it here because we had a patio. Another motion sensitive light there. That's that. And then finally we have the other 30-pound propane tank. We've had this trailer for August, September, almost 2 months. We've been living in it full time, and I just now switched over to the second propane tank. So I'll have to get that first one filled for the first time. All we are using it for now is to heat water and run the stove. It'll be a different story when it gets cold. And that is everything on the exterior of this coach. So next up will be the interior. Alright, we are in the front of the trailer at this point. Going to take a look at Jackson's bedroom. This would have normally have been the master bedroom for the trailer, but we decided to let him have this room so that we could use the room in the back, which we'll see later. One of the things we did in here to make it have more space is we got rid of the RV king-size mattress that was in here. This is not the bed that this room came with. It came with a RV king, which was considerably wider. It was probably this much wider on both sides. and it was super uncomfortable. It was like this thick, and it was no good. So we took that out, and we gave Jackson his mattress from home, which is like, I don't know, 10 or 12 inches thick, memory foam, and it's a full-size mattress. So you get way more room on the sides to walk. And I had to make this platform right here narrower so that it didn't stick out. It was sticking out like that far. It's still fully functional. It has storage underneath with air struts, so we can have all of our larger bulk storage up under there. And you just lift it up, push it back down. So originally there is a door here that we don't use anymore. We decided that we needed this as a wall more so on the bathroom, which you'll see later. And I have permanently closed this door so that we can just use it as a wall. We've got towels and things on the other side, which again you'll see later. All right, so I'm gonna just go around this way to show you some of the features. This unit also comes with some little side tables here to put your stuff on when you're in the bed, and they still work really nice. And in fact, with the narrower mattress, you can actually put some things down here if you want to. Jackson's got his clock plugged in there. There's plugs, there's chargers, I believe. Yeah, there's USB chargers in there, and on both sides. Okay. This is actually on a slide in case that wasn't obvious. So it moves in and out about 18 inches, 20 inches, something like that. And so that creates a whole bunch of room where he's aiming right now. We added a caddy to the back wall for his TV remote, so it's not just laying around loose. There are 3 pull-down shades in this slide. We'll show you what those look like closed in a little bit. There's 2 lights up here that just come on with the push of this button. If you want to look at the ceiling real quick, this room has its own air conditioner. It also is ducted. You can see these 2 ducts. They blow into this room. There's also ducts in the bathroom from this unit so that the bathroom can have AC as well. Okay, let me get on the other side. You can see I can easily go around here. You know, I can turn sideways and walk just fine. At the very front of the coach, we have the closets area. On the ends, you can see hanging storage. You see that okay? Mm-hmm. There's one of those on both sides of this. And then in the center is the washer and dryer. A little bit of storage here. There would be hanging stuff here if there weren't a washer and dryer. It would be a giant closet. But we opted to put the washer and dryer in here to save room in the back of the trailer. But we can still hang loose hangers here, which is pretty useful, and we can store things on top of here, which we are more times than not. And then you can just close it whenever you don't want to look at it. Again, like I said, there's another hanging storage here. It comes with a whole bunch of latches on the bottom down here, so that when we travel, we have to latch these closed. Otherwise, these doors will all open and try and tear themselves up while you're driving. On this side of the room, we installed a net here for loose toys and stuffies, things like that. We've got Jackson's TV mounted on here that came with the unit. It is a 12-volt TV. We've got all of his electronics running to the TV in one way or another. This big cable we actually ran, it goes around the room so that he can have his computer plugged in from the bed. For a dresser, we've got this. He's got 3 full-size drawers. I don't know if we need to show any of that. There's all kinds of storage. The top opens. This is a nice feature on the Alliance units for little stuff. On this end of the dresser, he has his little school work area, and I added this fold-up desk so that he can lay his laptop on there whenever he's in a live class. And his school books are down here as well. And we can actually slide this in all the way, and we're able to bring the slide in, and it just barely touches this chair, so it doesn't interfere. Okay, so now I want to show you what this room can look like with all the blinds closed. It gets pretty dark in here. Okay, so now we got all the blinds closed. It was actually so dark in here I had to turn on the light, but I will show you what it looks like. It's the middle of the day right now outside, and if you turn off the light with all the blinds closed, you get this. You could totally sleep in here in the middle of the day. That's awesome. Yeah, that's, you can see how bright it is. So that's really good. Okay.
Action.
All right, now we've moved back from Jackson's bedroom into the full bath, so I can show you all of the features of the full bath. So let's start on this side. First things first, none of these trailers ever come with locks on pretty much any door. So we added these little hook locks, like you would for a screen door. It hooks onto the door after you slide it shut, so that's secure. This is where I was talking about before, where the door is now has storage on it. So we had nowhere to hook, we had nowhere to hang towels. So we added some command hooks, 3 of them, to hang our towels on, because there's 3 of us. And that works out really good, but it just means we can't open this door anymore. The other thing that was weird about this, and you can kind of see up here as well, is the door doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. And so anytime someone was in this bathroom after Jackson went to bed, light would go through here into his room. And so we just got a piece of pipe insulation, and it fits in that gap perfectly, and it blocks all the light. So that's one thing we did in here. Here's like this bathroom has a max fan. It has the wall switch over here, sorry. So it has a nice powerful fan. Here's the ducts I talked about in the previous room that come from the air conditioner in the front bedroom. You can see it has a pretty big shower. You can see how big I am compared to the shower. No space issues in there at all. It's plenty high, it's plenty long. There's a skylight there. It lets a ton of natural light in here. What else can I say? You can see all the things that the shower has. Plenty of storage. It's got a seat, you know, if you need to sit down.
It's got a movable shower head.
It's got the shower head on the hose, so if you want to take that down, you can. It works really well. The toilet in here is a normal foot flush toilet. I think it's a 310 model for those of you who know Dometic model numbers. It just means it's porcelain and not an elongated bowl. Moving around, we've got our first bit of storage, which is towel storage. It goes pretty far back in there, so you can get a lot of storage in there. We hung some pictures. We got this really cool caddy for our toothbrushes. These come off in their cups. One outlet. You've got a medicine cabinet. It's weird because it's in the corner, but you know, you can get some stuff in there.
Nice to meet.
There's this weird accent lighting behind it for some reason. I guess if you didn't want the main light, you could have that. Just little LEDs. Another hook we added for face towel. You can see here the sink bowl is fairly small. Not fairly small, it's really small. Let's not get it twisted. But you know, it gets the job done. We got some bins from Target that fit really well into all these different cubbies. And there's a little bit of storage under here, not a whole lot. We did have to mount our own paper towel or toilet paper holder and towel bar. It comes with it, but they don't mount them. So those are the 2 spots that we decided made the most sense to mount those. And I think that's it.